My company has made over $3 million just from cold calling, from TTP, from talking to people on the phones, from putting together wholesale deals. And in this video, I'm going to show you the absolute best resources and the best tips so that you can be as successful as possible. Check it out. All right, everybody, if you are watching this video, that means that you are making the choice to be proactive in your business. Or maybe, let's be honest, you don't have another choice because you don't have a huge marketing budget to throw at every distressed seller that you hope will respond to you and you find a deal and hopefully make a ton of money on it. But no, you are the people out there that want to take massive action. I love everybody in this channel. I love communicating with you guys on this channel. So make sure you are subscribing and commenting, because I love all of that. Anyway, there's a lot of love at the beginning of this video. My company has made over $3 million in making just cold phone calls to distressed property owners. And there is a lot of mistakes that we've made, and there has been a lot of successes that we've had. So I'm gonna outline some of like the big pillars of what I want you to focus on so that you can be successful just from watching this video. Because here's the thing, yes, these videos, I'm in my office or I'm running around a little bit. They're not very entertaining. There's not a lot of different camera angles and whatever else. That's not the point. The point of this channel is to give you the tools, you the resources, you the information, the path to go down so that you can actually make income from real estate. How about that? How about, you can't make money in just being entertained by something. There's plenty of that. You've got Netflix, you got a billion other channels to do that on, but on this channel, the Brent Daniels TTP channel, I'm gonna give it to you the absolute best of the best practices so that you can take it and make some money, make some income, provide for your family, get out of that terrible job that you have, or pay off those debts that are just pushing you down, all those different things. This is it. So number one, when it comes to making cold calls, it starts with the list, okay? Distressed property owners. Listen to me. Put that in your brain. Tattoo it to your chest. Distressed property owners. Okay, that is who you need to be having quality conversations with all the time. So listen, if you've got your whole list, you've got every house that's in your market, and you narrow it down to that bucket of maybe 5 to 10% of properties that are distressed, that is who that is who you need to focus on, because they will trade their equity in their property for speed and convenience. That's what the wholesaling is. We're discovering opportunities for people that want to trade equity for speed and convenience. So number one list there is driving for dollars. I tell you guys this a million times on this channel. You got to drive for dollars. The Deal Machine app, dealmachine.com or Deal Machine on your phones, on your smartphones. Get the app. Put in TTP as a coupon code. You get $9 off, whatever. But get the app. Go around, get the addresses and the information of the homeowners, and start calling them. And I'll show you how to start calling them later, how to get their phone numbers later in this video. Number two, you gotta get a niche, the niche lists. Okay, the more niche list it is, the better it's gonna be. Listen to me, guys, the word is out. Wholesaling is out. Fixing, flipping is out. Real estate investing is out. People know the number one thing that all these traveling seminars teach around the country is you gotta call the absentee owner list. Well, no joke, right? Of course you got to call the absentee owner list. Problem is everybody's calling. Actually, they don't even say to call them. They say to mail them. Everybody's going after that list. It can still definitely test it in your area, but if it's tapped out, you got to get to the niche lists. You can go, there's a whole list of the niche lists that I'm talking about at flipthisrealestatelists.com. I am telling you, that's where I get my niche lists. That's where you can get them. Go to flipthisrealestatelists.com where it says where'd you mention? TTP. At least pushes you up to the top of the line when it comes to getting your data. So check that out. And the third one you got to focus on is multifamily. Listen to me. There's so much money in the economy. People with money want to make more money. They want to make more money, they put it into multifamily. Get multifamily from ListSource. Now ListSource, I think, charges about 9 to 12 cents an address. If you join TTP Group or the TTP program or Wholesaling Inc., you get it at 3 cents. Boom! 3 cents an address. Next, listen to me. Number 1 is list. Number 2, quality over quantity. This comes in a couple different forms. Number 1, you have to get the right phone numbers. Listen, there is plenty of providers out there that are going to give you terrible phone numbers, and they're cheap and they're wrong. If it costs a couple cents for these phone numbers, they're going to be terrible. Listen to me. Get your data. You got to get quality data. You can get it instantly at batchskiptracing.com. batchskiptracing.com. They also have instant skip tracing. You put in TTP as the discount code, it knocks it down to 18 cents. Boom! Setting it up. That's a wonderful thing about doing a lot of business and working with people like you is I get to work some deals for all of us to get it discounted. So you are on this channel, so you get to benefit from it. TTP. Next. You gotta go for the deals where the motivation jumps out at you. This is quality of the lead. We talked about quality of the data. This is quality of the lead. I've got all my notes here, so don't forget anything. Quality of the lead. Okay, this is the motivation should jump out at you when you're speaking with these homeowners. If they're just kind of wishy-washy and kind of protecting, not really answering your questions, and they're like, just give me an offer. These are people that are not going to do business with you. These are looky-loos. These are people that are going to waste your time. They're going to have you go to the property, and they're going to screw around with you. So you've got to pull the motivation out of you. And that is, of course, leads us to the 4 pillars of pre-qualifying, which is a big video on this channel. But condition of property, timeline to sell, the motivation to sell, or what is their problem, and the price. Make sure you are getting quality leads by pre-qualifying, and get rid of anybody who won't do business with you. If they will not do business with you, if they ghost on you, if they disappear from you, if they're looky-loos, if they just want a price out of you, get rid of them. Find somebody that will do business with you. There's plenty of people. Go out and find them. Number 3, you are the best at making these calls. No, I'm not, Brent. I'm an introvert. No, I'm not, Brent. I've never made calls before. No, I'm not, Brent. I hate making cold calls. I'll never do it, and I'm going to just hire people to do it. That is fine. That is an option. I'm just telling you, if you were to do it yourself, you will be the absolute top of the pyramid when it comes to success rate. I know this from coaching people around the country. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of coaching around the country has given me this, and making $3 million and doing all this, I was the absolute best in this business. I was for my company, absolutely. Now I've delegated since then, but because of that, the quality goes down. Let me give you data. This is not hyperbole. This is not just emotion I'm speaking of. This is the real deal. You at the top, number 1. You hiring somebody that works in your office or your home with you is 50% as good as you are. 50%. So either they call twice as much as you, or you get 2 of them to equal you. But if you're not calling at all, then it's going to be a bump because you're not making any calls. So they're going to instantly be successful in your business. So they're going to be about 50% as good as you. And you're the best because you know what a deal feels like, what you have the most to gain from it. You're going to sink your teeth into those that you know are going to close. But when you have somebody else bringing it to you, there's a little bit of a disconnect there. So somebody else making calls for you in your house is 50%. An American living abroad, okay, somebody living outside of the country making calls for you is the next best. Now they're going to be about 25% as good as you, but still, if you can get them to go consistently, these people are enthusiastic, their endurance for making calls is off the charts, they are killers out there. If you want a resource, and I'm telling you this is not something I've ever released because it's something that I've used before, that I use on a daily basis every single day. I've got 4 callers from callmotivatedsellers.com. Put in the information, get registered. They've got 2 options for you. One, they've got Americans living abroad. That's their best option, but it's expensive. okay? And two, they've got another option where they can hire people that are working from different, they're foreigners, they're Filipinos, or they're from, typically they're Filipinos that are making the calls. They have a ton of different options. You can talk to them. It's much cheaper, but the quality of leads is way lower. So you gotta figure out what you want in your business. But if you go to Call Motivated Sellers, make sure I sent you, put in TTP or Brent or whatever, you're gonna be lost in the shuffle. I'm telling you, just use that. It'll get you through, and they have a high level of respect for me, so you're going to be known. They're going to know to deal with you fairly and to really work with you now. So Call Motivated Sellers, but the foreign callers are the bottom. They're about 5 to 10% as good as you would be if you made the calls. You, somebody at your house or office, somebody living abroad that's American, and then a foreign caller. That is the hierarchy. Those are the facts. Next. 4, leverage technology. Guys, there are so many dialers. I don't care which one you use the one that is the best for you. There is so many dialers. We use Mojo Sells because the learning curve of it is about 15 minutes. Okay, there's some other products that are coming out that I think have way better gizmos and gadgets and can do a lot better things and do this and that. I get it. Try it out. Test it. I don't care. I just want you talking to people. I just want you reaching out. I don't care. I'm not going to argue with anybody about what technology they use as long as they're using it. That's the point. Whatever is getting you the easiest pass to be able to communicate and have quality conversations with distressed property owners makes me happy. I'm a crazy person. I love that. I really do. So use a dialer. We use Mojo Sells because it's really, really easy, but there is a ton of other ones. This will prevent you, once you graduate from hand dialing to using a dialer, your life is going to just open wide up. It is so wonderful. Number 5, listen to me guys. This is another video, but this is something that's huge, and I'm going to break it down here. Track your results, okay? This is exactly the filter, the funnel. How many people are in the distress buckets? And when you skip trace them, how many of them come back with phone numbers? Not everybody comes back with a phone number. Okay, so the addresses, the phone numbers found, how many calls do you make, right? You got to call these people now. How many contacts do you get? Actual contacts with the homeowner. This is going to tell you the quality of the list that you're getting, of the data that you are getting, okay? How many leads are you getting? Okay, this is absolutely critical. What are the amount of leads that you're getting? How many contracts are you getting? Okay, and then how many closings? That is the hierarchy. For how many people do you need at the top to get how many contracts at the bottom so that you get paid? And closings and contracts to closings. These are all ratios that you should follow, okay? Distress addresses, phone numbers found, calls, contacts, leads, contracts, and closings, baby. And number 6, this is huge. Listen to me. Your early morning routine has to be on point. I'm not saying wake up at 4:30 in the morning, run 15 miles, do an hour and a half of meditation. No, listen, let's be real here. Let's just focus for just a second. You need to make your calls in the morning or it's gonna get steamrolled by everything else. 9 to noon, sacred. 10 to 1, sacred. 8 to 11, sacred. Whatever it is, I suggest 3 hours. I suggest you listen to something inspiring, stop turning on the news, stop looking at social media in the morning, stop looking at all the different things that are going to distract you from your emails, listen to really kick-ass podcasts, get some really good Audible books that are going to pump you up, get that all in your mind. I don't care what you do at night, forget about it. In the morning is my time. In the morning, you got to put the good stuff in, okay? Practice your script. If you want the script for this, just email me. If you want the TTP script, it's just brent@wholesalinginc.com. Email me, I'll send it to you. It's obviously been used millions of times. It is the most effective script on planet Earth. Stand up when you make your call so that your enthusiasm is at least a level 8 and you don't sound like you're depressed or a thug, or you're like tough, or you're trying to be like a badass. Stand up and have some enthusiasm. Protect your money time. That time, that 3 hours that you're making the calls, maybe you only call for a half hour, maybe you only call for an hour. Protect that time. Nothing stops you. Nothing gets in the way. That is the time that you know you make that money, because you can make $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 an hour in this business making these calls. So you got to protect that time and take it one call at a time. Just like Bill Belichick, I don't know if you're a football fan, but he's a Patriots coach. He's very famous for saying, just do your job this one play. Just do your job this play. That's all I want you to do. And successful jobs, successful doing your job one play at a time leads to championships, right? Leads to Hall of Fames. So it's just take that call one at a time. Don't get distracted. Be in there, be engaged, and you will have wonderful conversations. That is it. This is it. This is the top things that I've learned making $3 million from the phones. It is a phenomenal business. Wholesaling is hitting the lottery. It is only, all wholesaling is finding opportunities. Okay, it is just discovering opportunities out there to really find discounted properties. That's all wholesaling is. If you would like to join the most proactive group in real estate investing and have me mentor you personally, go to wholesalinginc.com/TTP, set up a call with us. 20 minutes, half hour to be the best call of your year. We've got a phenomenal team. It's all here local. It's all like people that have done this and know exactly what you're going through. So set it up. If it's the right fit, I'd love to personally have you in this office. I'd personally love to work with you personally to get your business going and to make just a huge impact on your community. So till next time, talk to people, baby. See ya.